America has built a powerful habit of confusing educational activity with human progress. We count enrollments and credentials, yet the lived evidence tells a harder truth. A society can be heavily credentialed while remaining economically strained and spiritually unformed. Many systems are optimized for throughput, certifying students without dignifying them. Genuine elevation means a person leaves more capable, more disciplined, and more internally ordered than when they arrived. It means the process has touched both competence and character. When institutions offer information without stabilization, people search for relief elsewhere. They turn to consumption and debt to numb the exhaustion of feeling unseen, hoping a new purchase or another certificate will finally quiet the unrest of a fragile life. Education has become detached from its purpose. Instead of helping people stand, it often prepares them to enter systems that are themselves unstable, impersonal, and strangely hollow. This instability is driven by an economic architecture, the debt machine. Legacy institutions use the language of opportunity to monetize aspiration, asking students to kneel financially before their careers have even begun. In this model, price detaches from reality. Tuition rises to fund administrative layers and institutional appetite, exporting the financial burden directly to the student. The system preserves its inefficiency by keeping prices high, relying on future repayment to absorb the contradiction between messaging and suffering. This is framed as an investment in oneself. But we must ask what an educational model looks like when it refuses to build success by weakening the people it claims to serve. Large institutions can hide moral weakness behind departments and jargon, but largeness is not evidence of wisdom. Often, it is simply a mask for the extraction of capital from those who can least afford it. The alternative is found in a setting lacking any prestige, the Louisville Beauty Academy. It's an environment built on service, sanitation, and professional readiness. A beauty school clinic floor provides a rigorous test for institutional integrity. Here, the graduate success depends on usable skills, punctuality, and the ability to care for a client with consistency under pressure. This is the proof model for the Unavoidable Institution. It is a lean, disciplined school that treats affordability as an operational requirement, focusing on the human being standing in front of it. Proving that a different path is possible begins in these disciplined trenches. It shows that professional formation can happen without predatory pricing or bloated self-importance. This model operates through lean intention. The school chooses to remain compact, refusing the debt-heavy expansion and decorative complexity that drive costs upward in other systems. Constraint becomes a strategic advantage. The institution must decide what is essential for learning, removing institutional decoration. By stripping away administrative padding, the school discounts tuition by 50 to 75%. The school exercises discipline before demanding sacrifice from the student. They call this cash flow with conscience. The school remains financially sustainable while ensuring the graduate can carry their responsibilities rather than being crushed by their education. High tuition is always a design choice. A school that can charge less while remaining compliant reveals that much of the cost in modern education is purely unnecessary. Operating with a lean staff and low tuition requires extreme precision. Any administrative failure can quickly destabilize the environment for the students. AI agents act as a school's administrative nervous system. Automation handles attendance tracking, compliance validation, and sanitation checks, ensuring accuracy without adding expensive personnel. Technology is used to reduce the drag of paperwork. This frees the instructors to focus on the interpersonal dynamics, correction, and care that no machine can provide. This is operationalized humanization. The school understands that love without structure produces drift. Discipline is the carrier for dignity. Daily standards like punctuality and accurate documentation are taught as preparation for trust. In a chaotic society, these ordered habits allow a person to rediscover their own capability and self-command. Elevation requires both care and standards. A serious institution helps a student become more reliable and more employable by refusing to excuse them into weakness. The result of this model is a different kind of graduate. They enter the workforce with a usable skill and a sense of professional dignity, but without the shadow of debt over their household. This financial freedom allows them to build a micro-enterprise or invest in their own tools immediately. They are not forced into a career based on the calculation of survival. They have the room to choose a meaningful path. The repetitive habits of the school, mastering technique, listening to clients, and maintaining order, have formed a steadier human being who can handle work and community with consistency. The diploma is secondary to the outcome. The graduate has been internally fortified, turning the process of learning into a repair of the self. The success of a small, disciplined beauty academy acts as a mirror for the entire educational landscape, exposing the structural choices of much larger systems. If a tiny trade school can elevate its students, maintain compliance, and discount tuition by 75% without going bankrupt, what exactly are massive universities doing with their billions? We must stop equating institutional heaviness with legitimacy. Numbers alone do not settle the question of institutional value. They only show movement, not direction. The future belongs to unavoidable institutions, schools that earn trust by their ability to strengthen people up close while refusing to mortgage their students' future